us to introduce our guest speaker. Today, almost everyone is here, so I'll ask to introduce our guest speaker, Professor Deke. Professor Augustine Deke is married to Mudasiana, and they are blessed with 2 sons. He is a luminary in the realm of theological scholarship. He is a provost and professor of cross-cultural studies and spiritual formation at the Institute of Pastoral Studies. Professor Deke's expertise covers multidisciplines, informing his profound insights into the complexities of faith and culture. He is a sought-after adjunct professor at various theological institutions. Professor Deke's academic prowess is complemented by his remarkable literature contributions. As a renowned author of seminal works on theological topics, his writings have significantly impacted the intellectual landscape of our own faith. Currently, he is pastor at UAFC in Gweru, and he is the principal of Africa for Christ Bible College. Gentlemen, let us rise and applause as we welcome Professor Augustine.
Amen. Let's be seated. Thank you. This time around I'll talk more on growth and the survival. As we learn from the book of Nehemiah, I will talk more on growth and survival. Also wanting to thank the previous speakers. I enjoyed on the fitness and the principles of Nehemiah. I think also I'm going to, when I go back home, I'm going to create a routine for training. In May, this year I was admitted. It was a critical illness. It was just sudden. My system just stopped functioning because of lack of water and dehydration, and the treatment was quite simple. It was just to improve on my training and health
water intake
related, yeah. So I was just thinking, these guys must come and stay in Gokwe so that we can go every morning and jog. So I'll be more on the practical side. I don't want to preach, but I want to be more on the practical side. I remember as soon when we were growing, a team came by our school. I was at primary by then, at mid level, and these guys just came and say, schools have closed and the war has begun. When we are done, the schools are far. And it was like drama and fun for us young ones. And we went to home following day. When we had to tank. And I was just about to...
Just if I can pause you. By the way, pamabhooks atachitaura nezvawo nekuwanda kwawo, pane ravauya naro kuti hatitori naro pano paconference, rinonzi Studies in Prophetic Ministry and Prophecy. Pastor Chingono vanawo, they're only going for $10 US. Saka, one day copy, let's see him and benefit from his writings. Thank you. So,
thank you. That is a culmination on the issue of prophets and prophets and the confusion which we are having in the church. So that's what made me write that. It's more of a module for one to study how prophecy functions and works, and possibly it can help in the church to diffuse the error and confusion. Thank you, Pastor, for that. Now the following day, we went to town, and now the other one for the Ramondi, and this other guy took his jacket by one of the mountains. Those who know the Mutare Highway from Doroa to connecting to Nyazura, there are some mountains there. So this guy took his jacket, Ajibaisa Pachimuti, in one of the mountains. It was a black jacket, and the sun was just about to go down. And we didn't know the difference between who is a comrade and who is not a comrade. We were just told the way it's started. So, helicopters came. We didn't know they were already looking for these guys who had closed schools, and so they went to the mountain to check. They just told the guys they had just gone up that mountain. So they started firing at the jacket. It was like someone and you know. So as they were tilting their planes, hitting on the jacket, the guys were just hitting the helicopters down, because each time it tilts, they hit the driver, the pilot, each time. So about 8 were hit. And up to today, it's just like a desert on top of the mountain. And as the intensity was going on, we were running around enjoying, like we were watching a movie. And only my grandmother stopped us and said, no, it's war, because already other planes were flying over us. And we were enjoying, hey, I know now, yeah, I know now. So, the following day, I cannot explain, it was hell. When the other guys came now following up on what had happened, and everybody now was being beaten, and people could be made, could be tied near a rope per horse, and then you follow the exercise we were saying. You start with the jogging pace, your horse, and as it increases the pace, you have to follow the pace until the horse is galloping, until you are being dragged by the horse. So it was chaos. And then, my father said, no, things are tough here. We moved to Vic Falls. And Vic Falls was more like Jericho by then. It was surrounded by, they planted landmines around the town. It was still small, so we could not move out. There was only one exit and entrance. So these comrades, for them to enter Falls, they would drive elephants first to detonate the path that they would follow. So there was nothing much difference as we were moving. Then fast forward, now I'm in Bulawayo to do my Form 1. There were no secondary schools there. I'm in Bulawayo, and then another war starts, which was different with the other first war. And these things are like repeating themselves in life. And then those who know Njube, I am now from Siswe. We are running towards Pumula. It's a long distance. There is no transport. Now my uncles have taken their own route. They couldn't walk with me because of language, though I could speak both fluently. Then I'm by myself. Now this side is burning now, and the bazookas are hitting the walls of Njube. And now I leave the house. I find the whole yard, it's machine guns. They're spread all over. Then they tell me, no, just take this direction. If you find someone putting on military uniform without taking it inside out, you must know it's this group. You speak this language. If you find them wearing like this, you must know it's this group. So I thank God for that. These are experiences I was just going through. Then now I'm between, there's a ground called Desert and there's a primary school. I didn't know there are some guys on this other side with machine guns pointing the road. And then there are other guys with primary school. So I'm now in between, running. And these guys have started firing those who are at the primary school. And I'm right in between. I don't know how I survived. Instead of going to Pumula back home, I just thought, let me go and hide home. And why am I talking about all these things? I think Professor Mjombe spoke at length about principles and what goes on. For you to be effectively used by God in reconstruction, they must have a layer of survival somehow in your life. You must be able to reconnect and recall how you became to be here today. And that survival energizes you to know kuti arimandiri mukuru. If he managed to take me through that whole process of survival, I think I have the honors to participate in the reconstruction of what God is calling me to do. Because already I have a story to tell, which I can say is not a person who made me or who made it to be possible for me. So that's one point of survival. You'll check the way Moses began to work with God.